Everybody, and welcome back to another video. And as you can see, we are in age of conflict, and we have brought back the Abbasid Empire. And the last video we did the Achaemenid Empire, I'm pretty sure it's called, which looks pretty similar. This is a part of like the Islamic. I think there's a specific name for these type of empires that kind of shifted the power center. But instead of being Iran's, they have their capital here, I'm pretty sure. Instead of being Iran's video, this is more of Iraq. So I'm hoping every country will eventually get one. Like, Russia got one, Iran, Iraq, Turkey got one, France got one, the UK got one, Spain got one. And maybe eventually we can see something like Germany getting one. We could see something like India, or maybe even China. Maybe like USA or Brazil gets one, like back to the Brazilian Empire. That's probably gonna be a cool video. But we're just gonna go ahead and get into it with the Abbasid Empire, and Ukraine and Russia are obviously fighting. But the Abbasid Empire is pretty chill right now, and it looks like Ukraine is losing in this video. Interesting. Abbasid Empire is doing nothing. We're already speeding the time up to two times. Show you we mean business. China versus Vietnam. Vietnam won. Very interesting over here. Don't really know who won. Let's say Russia won. Anyway, we already have a few people dying. We have Uruguay and Dominica. So looking at the book, we have actually we have a few people that are gone, but only Uruguay, Dominica, St. Lucia, and Sweden. So, yeah, Sweden just died. That's a pretty big one. The Abbasid Empire here, still doing nothing. And, the thing I want to say is, this isn't like, the Abbasid Empire didn't have exactly all this land. They had some emirates, like, they had an emirate over here. Or, Crete, it wasn't fully controlled. Cyprus was a condominium. This was like its own dynasty, but it was still considered part of the Abbasid Empire. Same thing with a big thing up here. And there was like a little tiny country inside the middle of the Abbasid Empire. But I just counted it all, just to make it look better. But Panama's gone. Looks like Angola's next. Abbasid Empire. Doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, they finally just declared war on Kazakhstan. Long time coming. They're winning, but they're losing. They kind of lost there, but they kind of won. I would say they lost. Now they're at war with Egypt. It's a struggle down here. It's too early for them to be dying. Okay, yeah, they captured capital. They're dead. They didn't really get any land out of that, so they kind of swept it all up. But you know what? It's a win. Oh. We're back at war with Kazakhstan for a little bit there. Okay, Algeria's gone. They got a lot of that. Oh, Morocco died too. They got a lot of that as well. Egypt is just gone. It's just completely different by now. Oh, and they got some from Sudan. So, by this point, hello. Excuse me. You're definitely not that strong, Georgia. Calm down. Yeah, the Abbasid Empire looks fairly the same. You could still tell it's the Abbasid Empire. I would hope so. But they are a great amount larger, I would say. This probably is around their biggest area. Yeah, but anyway, the Abbasid Empire is our fourth in the world, behind the USA, China, and USA, Canada, and Russia. China is right behind them, but Kazakhstan is about to get out of the way here. Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan are fighting. I think we might have gotten like a pixel from that. Comoros is gone. We're already down to 121 countries, so hopefully this goes fast. Kazakhstan was attacking China, and now the Abbasid Empire, and India were fighting there. India took a little bit of land. And now there's a massive assault on Libya. Libya is sort of winning. They captured a lot of good areas, but yeah, it was doomed to fall. So now these guys are looking very big, and we're gonna pause. First of all, Kazakhstan was conquered by Tajikistan. Very, very weird. The Abbasid Empire is now third. Okay, the United States was pretty much taken over by Canada. They did got a lot of that area, and China is still fourth. But yeah, so a lot of that went to the Abbasid Empire. Maybe they'll take out Turkmenistan next, or I don't think you can get China yet. I guess. Tajikistan is now trying to left against China. It didn't necessarily go bad for them, but yeah, Abbasid Empire is looking very big. They're losing to Russia a bit. They did make a big breakthrough there. Okay, that should be enough boosting for them. Boom. So now these guys are looking very big. Very big, in fact. If we turn off statistics. I wish there was a way to turn off like their names. I feel like just without the names I could do good. No. I don't think there is a way. But the Abbasid Empire is going after the Central African Republic, which at this point looks very big, and surprisingly, these borders actually aren't the worst. I mean, ignoring the someone down here, I actually like these borders. I could do with these borders. Now, like Mali on the other hand, or like Belarus over here, no. I mean, Germany's okay, I guess. It's like a fourth Reich or something. The Abbasid Empire. Oh yeah, they're at war with the Central Car, and they're at war with Ethiopia, and they're winning. By how much is unknown. But they did win a lot. They did. They're at war with Spain now. Maybe they'll conquer this. I've seen some maps. I think it's either this empire or another one like it. That it took over all of Spain, and I know Spain was under this under the rule of this for a long time, like I think 2 centuries. Spain did just capture a lot of this land right here. You know what? No. I'm making them go to war. So just take this stuff back. Oh, well that's not, you're going a little too far there. We'll let them fight back a bit. No, that's enough fighting back. Okay, maybe I was wrong. But anyway, we're looking very chunky right now. Really just took a lot of the coast of the Ivory Coast over there. In fact, they're all the way gone. Cape Verde is forming an empire, it looks like. They have made it onto the African continent. And they're barely holding on to the city and this water route. Abbasid Empire took some of Ethiopia right here. This little claim right here. So the world zooming out looks like this, which is very interesting. I wanna make sure the map loops. Looping map. So the map is looped, so they can't attack each other from other sides. They just haven't yet. The Abbasids took a lot more land there. They actually connected up with this. And their borders actually, I was gonna say they're not so bad, but I didn't realize they had all of France. Other than France, you just forget France. Then this is a very big empire. A very good one at that. They are third in the world still. There's a pretty big gap between them and China now. But there is still a gap they need to close on Canada. And then after that, they need to like double their length right now to get to Russia. So, still got some agreement. And they just lost like all of France just now. But hey, they got some of the Italian peninsula. They got Rome and Naples. So that's a win. Oh, San Marino is actually taking. They just took all. Okay, so they have a waterway between the Adriatic and the Western Mediterranean Sea. They have all of Corsica and Sardinia. They have like pretty much Monaco, but like around Monaco, and a little piece of Tunisia, which is crazy. Okay, we're just making their comeback against Mali. It looks like Mali is going down potentially, unless they okay, they're losing to Sierra Leone. Maybe never mind. Yeah, that's very sad. And they added this new mechanic in the last update where you can start wars now. So I can just go to war with, I don't know, Bulgaria. Okay, I don't really know how it works. Oh, I guess we have to be in a battle first. But that'll spawn a battle. Okay, now it works. Boom. Boom. Okay, wait, never mind. They're starting to win the battles. Now let's see. Spawn some battles. Yeah, okay. Okay, I get the feature now. That makes more sense. We didn't care about Bulgaria anyway. What is Germany doing? Oh, hello. They went around the mountains. They just completely avoided them. Instead, decided that they were just going to go down to the Adriatic and conquer all of Greece. If they just cut their empire off here, I think Italy would be happy with all this actually. Or maybe World War II Italy would be for it. But the Abbasids still they're at war with Russia, so they're losing some land. Okay, maybe that might have been too much. But they are losing some land. Okay, maybe they're just gaining land at this point. A lot. That wasn't such a good idea. Ooh, I don't like that piece of land right there. Okay, it's gone. Never mind. Russia, yeah, the Abbasid Empire is coming for them. They're going to take that #1 spot right now, pretty much immediately. Or maybe not, but they still have this massive square over here in Central Asia. 48 countries already, which is insane. We're gonna go up to 5 times speed. We should have done this already. But the Abbasid Empire is still very big, taking over more of Africa now, because their main empire is focused in Asia. But they do have, of course, some pieces of Europe. I mean, they have Africa. Then they have Bulgaria. They have some of Greece. They have Ukraine up here. They have all this little slither right here of Europe that is technically counted. France, Spain, and more Spain. So that is quite a lot, actually. Smallest country, let's see, Samoa. Which starts just one war. Marshall Islands are over here at 11 pixels. Where are all those 11 pixels? Well, now they're at 4, never mind. The Abbasid Empire still really not really doing much. But the Abbasid Empire is still expanding at a very quick pace. And most countries are on a little steep incline here from small, and they start getting bigger slowly. So around Norway, or everything up from there is just a spike up. Okay, now Norway's not really in it. But Bolivia Germany, CAR, Australia, Brazil, China, USA, Canada, Abbasid Empire, and Russia. Really the only big guys right now. What is Bolivia doing? Oh my gosh. Okay, the Abbasid Empire conquered France again through the Pyrenees, through the Basque, through the Basque. I don't know. Okay, Spain was just kicked out of Spain, and Portugal. It was mostly Portugal. They made a comeback. They took a little bit of Portugal, and I guess a little bit of Spain. Okay, the Abbasid Empire just lost a lot of land in Asia to China. We're gonna make them attack these dudes. And boom. So these guys have more their land again, and a little tail over here, I guess. But at this point, the only people who can really stop them are Russia, and that's about it. Maybe if Canada, the USA joined up together, like China and Brazil, they could potentially take them out. Or maybe if I like spawn a revolt or something. But they have most of Ethiopia now. Ethiopia is still here, of course, in like 4 different pockets. And yeah, the Abbasid Empire still very big. Norway's trying to survive in the Baltics, and they just died. So Germany is basically Europe, but of course Britain is still here. They have all of South. They have colonies, some very, very big ones of that. And the Abbasid Empire keeps moving along. Okay, the Abbasid Empire is now at war for Russia, and they're not. But they did take like Ukraine basically, so I think they could definitely take this land here in the future. And Russia's capital is currently in Krasnoyarsk. No, I definitely didn't say that right. Why can't it just be simple like Moscow or St. Petersburg? Or like Yekaterinburg or Omsk. Oh, okay, never mind. But anyway, the Abbasid Empire is expanded super far down into Africa, like Central Africa at this point. They own the original car, but car is still here. And they're actually keeping Abbasid Empire away from most of the coast here. Probably because that's where the capital is. But the Abbasid Empire lost like all this land over here to Madagascar, of all people. I'm not saying they're not strong. I guess they are, but I don't think they are. So looks like going over here. It looks like Cape Verde had a lot of this land over here. They still are pretty big, actually. New Zealand is at 1 pixel. Come on. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna kind of attack them. There goes New Zealand. There we go. Yeah, 1 pixel is just gone. Okay, the Abbasids just lost a lot of land in Africa. So now they're only at 15,000. Oh, they're getting more. Oh man. Germany attacks Russia. Nothing really comes of it. The UK is like nowhere to be seen. Once you count their colonies, which are getting bigger at this point. The USA is getting bigger as well. They lost most of Alaska. Yeah, they definitely aren't at their max. Oh, neither is the Abbasid Empire, apparently. That would make sense. They lost all this area down here. But you know what? I think it's time that we get that back. That should do the trick. Okay, that did the trick way faster than I thought it would. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay, Cape Verde was just conquered. And now Spain is going to war with the Abbasid Empire. And oh man, they were winning. So you know what? We're just going to have to drain Spain of all their money and let them suffer. Yeah, they just took down them severely. Okay, that looks like Brazil actually is trying to get rid of them. Abbasid Empire is oh, I didn't even know this. Look at this. That helps, I guess. Abbasid Empire trying to get some land back. At this point, everybody's just inside of everybody else, so they have like all these little escalators everywhere. So it's not, you can't really just destroy them. Oops. I didn't mean to do that much. They're now at 20,000 pixels though. So, yeah, they're in first now for the first time. They just beat Russia by like 300 pixels. Okay, never mind. They just got a ton more because Uganda and Manitoba. Manitoba? I think I'm saying that right. We're just conquered. So now there's 24 countries left in the world, which is a very big deal because around this time, everybody does not look like anybody. The literal only person I can see that looks semi the same is like Indonesia, which they look pretty similar to what they were last. Australia, I guess the Marshall Islands. Papua New Guinea actually would be like one of the most. There's really no one else could be besides Papua New Guinea. Then there's people like Vietnam, Japan, China. Japan has their capital over here. Because they're at war with Indonesia for their old capital back. Or no, Russia actually. You know, Vietnam has all this land. China has all this land. Oh, yeah, looks like China's not going to last much longer. They have less land than the United Kingdom, which is basically just South America, Southern South America, and then South Africa. And then I guess Northern Scotland. You can say they do not have Alaska anymore. Well, you know, who really even wanted Alaska anyway? The Abbasids have made Africa a mess. Or I guess that's mostly me, sorry. But the point is, Africa's a mess. We need to get rid of this as fast as possible. So hopefully that fixes itself. Now I can just wait here. But we have some business to do. First, we should just get rid of the Marshall Islands. I'm sorry if you live there. Next, I guess Samoa. It looks like they have some land. Like over here. Yeah, they have a bit. But, yeah. Goodbye. So that will lower it down a bit. Okay, the Abbasids are mainly in African. They're mainly in African now. So they might want to update their Asian part. because they don't have very much there anymore. Okay, yeah. With Madagascar and Germany at the same time. They took over a lot of Germany just now, actually. But they didn't really take much of Madagascar. The Abbasid Empire is basically just Africa with a bit more. You can't really tell it's them at all anymore. I mean, they have land everywhere. Let's see. They are a tricontinental country. They have land in 3 continents, just like Russia currently has land in 3 continents. I don't think anybody else has land in 3 continents, though. Oh, Indonesia, I guess, has land in 2. Because of the divide here or something. Germany has land in 2. They have some of Turkey. And some, actually, they have some land in 3. They have some of Africa here too. Spain has Africa. That's it. They just have Africa. Venezuela still looks semi-resemblable. Close enough. Let's boost the economy of these dudes. You know, just in case they need extra money. Oh, okay, yeah, Russia just took a lot of China. China got their own original land back, but Russia has now grown once again, surpassing the Abbasids. We're getting rid of Madagascar. Or, we're gonna try to. By putting them in $1,000, 1,000 gold bars of debt, and a combat efficiency of 1. It got rid of Madagascar. Look at that. Okay, anybody else we need to get rid of? I don't got anything against these countries. I'm just trying to get this over with. We got 20 countries left. Carr is putting in some work against the Abbasids. The weakest is Papua New Guinea currently, with a tiny amount. And then, so there's like everybody down here, and then just jump up to Carr, and then it stays there until like around Australia, and then it jumps up again. Brazil, Canada, Abbasid, the Abbasid Empire, and Russia are the big guys. We're just gonna make some countries just target other countries. Oh, Russia's taking over Vietnam. The Abbasids are doing okay, but I mean, yeah, they definitely been better by like 2,000 pixels. Cause they had like more of this area, more of this area, more of this area. They just had more land everywhere in general. Okay, another 1,000 away. They're making their way back up to the top. Hopefully they can get it again, but we're approaching near 3,000. We're helping these dudes. Yeah, we're helping Indonesia to try to get rid of Papua New Guinea. Maybe Papua New Guinea will be gone, but the Abbasids have taken over like most of Africa by this point. A lot of it just kind of there's no one really competing with them anymore. There's Brazil, the United Kingdom, which is kind of multi-continental right now. There is the Maldives, and there's Spain. So there's no one actually from this continent left on the continent. it's just foreign powers. Besides, I guess, for the Abbasids a little bit. Because they're like a land empire, but the rest of these are not land empires. Besides, maybe you can make an argument for Spain. Ecuador's popping off here. Yeah, there's all the small countries down here. And the UK is a jump up until you get to around Canada. And then Canada and the Abbasid Empire are the only really big guys here. Oh, there's Russia. I just didn't see them. So yeah, Russia is up there too. And may or may not have just gotten rid of Spain a little bit. Boom. Okay, I should have fixed it a little bit. Made it more fair, I guess. The Abbasids have, I think I've given them most of Africa. They have a lot of India, and they're going after Russian land now. So yep, they are the biggest they've ever been. They're #1 spot with 24,000 pixels, which is a lot until you start seeing like 5 countries left, and they're all at like 30,000 pixels. But yeah, we just need to start getting rid of some of these countries. So first things first, we're making the Abbasid Empire attack Spain constantly. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest idea. Okay, they're growing. China is next. Okay, this is China. We'll have these guys attack them. Oh, and then they're gonna get attacked by Russia. But Russia's also attacking China now. So China's gone. And then Russia is attacking a lot of people. They've gotten Moscow back. That is terrible news. Yeah, Russia is gigantic at this point. They're back to the #1 spot. Abbasid Empire is still the biggest they've ever been, but now Russia is just bigger. They're like Asian, mostly Asian. Like, that's where like the biggest country in Asia. This country in Africa is the Abbasids. South America, it's Brazil. And North America, it's Canada. And then Australia, I'm pretty sure it's just Australia. Yep. Next country to die. Oh, look at this. Japan actually, I actually like these borders. These are pretty nice, actually. So, this is Shanghai. So this is Beijing. Sorry, just going over the cities. Shanghai. There's no Hong Kong on this map. Interesting. But the smallest country now is Indonesia. And yeah. So I think what we'll do now is we're just gonna start getting rid of countries, like every once in a while. Not even by a timer, just whenever I feel like it. Okay, next one is Denmark. They're still pretty big. So if a country ever passes below 1,000, I think I'm just gonna get rid of them. So I'm gonna be eyeing that a lot. But the Abbasids are still doing good. They have a lot of territory. Canada is fighting them. They won a little bit, but not really. Maldives here. Multi-continental right now. So they have their India, their South Asia, their Madagascar, and they're also South Africa. Mozambique. Eswatini was up there. Okay, Russia looks like they just went bankrupt, and I didn't even like help them do this. So, yeah, Russia is out of the running basically. The Abbasids have just hit 30,000, first country to hit so. And the Russians, yeah, they're gone. Oh my goodness, the Russians just collapsed there. The Abbasids are going insane right now. About to hit 40,000 already after they just hit 30,000. And yeah, this is insane. These countries are going to have to step it up a lot if they want to get out alive. Because the Abbasids are looking like, oh, and Russia just collapsed. So, Russia was actually conquered by the United States, which is weird. The Abbasids got a lot of that. Okay, they're at 43,000, already broken the 40,000 barrier. The next biggest is Canada, followed by Japan and Brazil, and USA, Australia. After that, everybody's kind of like the same. Now, if they hit below 1,500, we'll say, they're gone. No, even if they hit below 2,000, so I'm in Costa Rica right now. Oh, yeah, the Maldives, goodbye. We'll make sure they hit below 1,500. Okay, yeah, they're out of the war. They didn't get any land out of that. They're gone. Goodbye, see ya. USA actually is over here. They're doing pretty good. They're not really, but you know, they're there. They're trying. Costa Rica is oddly peaceful with everybody. Oh, Germany just dropped below. Evening out to 1,500, so we're getting rid of them. Even though the war isn't over, they're just gone. We got 10 countries left, and the way it played out this time, I don't think it's really a competition right now. Okay, yeah, Costa Rica next to fall. We're definitely doing 2,000 by now. UK is scared for their life right now. The Abbasids have all of Europe, all of Africa, most of Asia. They're about to hit 50,000 actually. Once you make it past like 30,000, everything from there is just a breeze. Hello. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. United Kingdom. They haven't hit 2,000 yet, so we'll wait. Oh, they're getting pretty close though. From the looks of it, if they lose all that land over here, like these islands and maybe some land over here, yep, they just dropped. See ya, UK. And now we have a few countries left. We have down to 8. I think if they drop below 2,500, they're out. So we're immediately just getting rid of Ecuador. Or even 3,000. If they're below 3,000, they're just gone. That's just the way it is now. The Abbasids have almost hit 50,000. So, yeah, this isn't really competition anymore. Year 3,400 just hit a major milestone. And, yeah, Denmark, goodbye.
No.
Now we're going down to 4,000 with Australia, and we're going to fast forward this for you guys. I am getting impatient, but anyway, Brazil has taken all their continent back. And now the limit is 5,000, so they drop below 5,000 and they're immediately out. Australia has all their continent. The Abbasids have all of Europe and Africa, and then Canada and the USA are dividing up. In North America, Japan has a little bit of Asia. The Abbasids have more, and then the Australians have a little bit too. So the Abbasid Empire is conquering Japan, so I paused it so I can start recording. But yeah, Japan is all the way gone. They don't stand a chance for the Abbasids anymore. They already hit 6,000 now, and they're just steamrolling right through Canada. They didn't even stop there; they just kept going. Now the Abbasids have pretty much, yeah, Asia's theirs now. That's pretty much undisputed. North America's theirs, Africa, Europe is theirs. Brazil has their whole continent, and Australia has their whole continent. But they're like the last strongholds other than the Abbasid Empire. The Abbasids blew past 7,000. They just hit 80,000. And Canada's gone. Now there's 3 countries left. The USA, which has land in Indonesia, Australia, and Brazil. And Brazil is falling very quickly. They just lost a lot of land right there. Abbasids are almost about to hit 90,000. And yeah, they didn't stand a chance. Already hit 90,000, the Abbasids. Looks like they'll make it to 100,000, because there ain't no way anybody else is winning this. Last stronghold of humanity against the Abbasids over here in Australia. Probably this like tiny island down here in New Zealand. Or like Tasmania, probably. We'll just have to see, because the USA is still alive, actually. Or somewhere. The Australians have, pretty much fallen. That island was last right there. Looks like there's still some. Yeah, the Australians and the USA are down here. Australia has 1 pixel, USA has 3. And the last stronghold of humanity in this 1 pixel right here. And they were just conquered. So there we go. The Abbasids did win the war, and they have conquered the whole world. And if you enjoyed this episode of the Empire series, and you want to see more empires, and just tell me in the comments below what empires you'd like to see. If there's any you'd like to see, if there's any you don't want to see, anything, just put it in the comments and show support. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.